Hello, I'm Kristen Murphy.
And I'm Dylan Thompson, and for the next 30 minutes, we will be informing you of the happenings here on the campus of Missouri Southern State University.
And in the show, we'll be covering those happenings on campus, which will include an update about the Student Senate elections, a festival put on by the Wellness Center, and your Missouri Southern Lions sports.
So stick around.
MOSO Student News. You're watching MOSO Student News with Kristen Murphy, Dylan Thompson, and Sports with Andrew Webb and Jessica Duarte on KGCS Channel 22.
Hello and welcome back to MOSO Student News. I'm Kristen Murphy.
And I'm Dylan Thompson. We're about a quarter of the way through the semester with our second episode. Speaking of semester, how are your classes treating you so far, Kristen?
Actually, they're treating me kind of rough, especially this week. I have a ton of writing intensive classes that I kind of all did at once, so it's partially my fault. But I had a lot of stuff to turn in this week, so a little bit rough, but I also have an online class, so that takes off some of the pressure. So.
That's good.
How about yours?
Well, my classes are pretty easy so far throughout the year. They're not real tough, and I have one of the new hybrid classes here on campus that they're doing, and it's not very large, but it's not smaller like the class sizes have been around here recently. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoy it, and it's really helpful, and I think it's working really well so far. So
cool. Yeah, I've heard about that class. And
yeah, they're great. So
awesome. Well, Student Senate hit the ground running this semester. Student elections concluded this past week, adding 3 new senators to the Senate. Brandon Dockery, Mary Duncan, and Lydia McGriff were all voted in as at-large senators. The Senate has already held 2 Senate meetings so far, discussing issues that range on campus living to leadership organizations. Student Senate President Jonathan Saunders says he is looking forward to tackling those topics this semester.
I think that we're going to tackle some uncomfortable issues, which is great. I mean, we shouldn't shy away from things like that. That's why we're here. But outside of policy, I'm looking forward to philanthropic activities, leadership conferences, and just seeing the freshmen, sophomore, juniors continue to grow in leadership.
Getting opportunities to learn some healthy living tips. Missouri Southern's Wellness Center hosted the event Wellapalooza this week. The event kicked off Monday the 17th with a beer obstacle course. There was also food, drinks, and teaching of healthy living. This event lasted until Friday. Organizers said it is a great way to remind students to take care of their bodies.
We tend to forget and kind of put by the wayside. It's definitely something that we all need to focus on. It's going to affect our lives whether we are taking care of ourselves or not. So this is just a way that we can say, hey, don't forget, keep yourself well, lead a well-balanced lifestyle.
And Missouri Southern finds a new way to help MSSU's student and faculty. Our reporter Alicia Culbertson, tells us how one basketball game will benefit hundreds.
As any college student knows, when it comes to getting an education, it can be quite pricey. After the May 22nd tornado, Missouri Southern State University, along with other schools in the area, wanted to relieve some of the financial stress. With the budget surplus, Missouri Southern's Board of Governors voted in the Lions, Tigers, and Bears scholarship. This was created from funds raised from the basketball games against the University of Missouri and Missouri State University last year. Southern's athletic director, Jared Bruggeman, says it was vital to help the students in need.
Think about 2 games, a lot of work on a lot of people's part, but 2 games to bring in that kind of money, which directly helped out the people impacted, particularly Missouri Southern folks, is pretty impressive.
The Mizzou game being on TV, selling out before it happened, it was the biggest event that we've ever hosted, in my opinion, on this campus, and it went pretty smoothly.
The Missouri Southern Athletic Department in particular wanted to create a unique way to help out students and staff affected directly by the tornado.
When the basketball games came about, the decision was made for all the revenue that came in through those games to go to assist Missouri Southern people.
The Missouri Southern campus also had another special visitor to help bring awareness to the area.
ESPNU Live, that is also something that doesn't happen here. I mean, KGCS does some games live every once in a while, but I mean, for ESPN to come in and do it live was a whole nother animal.
After it's all said and done, this exhibition game was a great way for people in the area to help out those in need.
So many people from Missouri Southern that were affected by the tornado that we wanted to try to reach out and help those families the best way we could. And with this scholarship being made available, it certainly not only helped them for the immediate, but it helped them for the future as well.
Being able to offer this kind of help to students that's very tangible and real, it just makes me feel very, very good.
Reporting for MOSO Student News, I'm Alicia Culbertson.
The Wilcoxon Health Center lends a helping hand to MSSU students. The center offered free STD testing this week to students on campus. The free testing started Tuesday and ended Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They tested for sexually transmitted diseases and infections. Health center officials say it is the initiative which makes it easier for students to take advantage of testing.
And seniors planning to graduate in December had a chance to pick up their ceremony clothing as well as take care of all other remaining graduation necessities. The Alumni Association hosted this semesterly Grad Expo in the Alumni Building on Monday. Students were able to visit with campus organizations such as Financial Aid and Graduation Studies. Among others, they got to get everything in order for graduation, and students were also allowed to pick up their cap and gown. The Alumni Relations Coordinator says this way, students can reduce stress about graduation and focus more on their studies.
Missouri Southern has received another grant that will help our school. Our reporter Ian Hook has a story.
The Department of Education has received a grant that allows education students, teachers, and alumni to participate in the Simple K-12 teacher learning community absolutely free. The grant period started on September 1st and will run through August of next year. I went to Dr. Deborah Pulliam, head of the Education Department, to see what this grant actually does for our teachers and students.
It's Simple K-12. It's actually a portal. It's a web portal to all kinds of teacher resources, teaching and learning resources. And our attention was called to it by Dr. Sherry Beeler in the kinesiology department, who works with our elementary ed majors as well as our PE majors. And she had used this particular site before, and then she saw the opportunity for a grant. It's a technology site in one sense, but in another sense, it's more on teaching strategies and how to use the technology. So there are topics such as differentiated instruction, which we work with our education majors here a lot, and people out in the schools have indicated that our teachers need that type of preparation, and that's how to design lessons that meet the needs of all of the students, the diverse students that they have in the classroom.
It looks like this will be a huge leap forward for the School of Education and our university as a whole. Reporting for MOSO Student News, I'm Ian Hook.
And students will be seeing less of a dent in their wallet, as our reporter Wes Underwood tells us how a campus organization helps to feed students on campus.
On the rise in the U.S., everyone is being cautious on spending money, especially college students. With tuition increasing, food and gas prices going up, and the cost of living seems way out of reach, students are struggling more than ever these days. But thanks to some local area churches, every Wednesday brings new hope, as the MOSO BSU provides a free meal for students on campus.
The idea for it goes back years before I got here. I've been at Missouri Southern for 7 years, and the program has been here for, it started in 1967. And they've been serving lunch, I think, almost the entire time. We do this as an outreach to the campus. Our ministry is supported by 50 or so churches in this area. Those churches love college students, and they want to do everything they can to just give students a better experience, and so they provide meals and they provide the building and the program expenses that we have. Noonday is just one piece of a larger puzzle.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I mean, it's a great thing, and it's free food, so what's not to love?
And again, you can catch Noonday here every Wednesday at the MOSO BSU from 11:30 to 1. From MOSO Student News, I'm Wes Underwood.
And when we come back, we'll have your Missouri sports, so stick around.
Nursing isn't just another occupation. To you, it's an opportunity to help others with skills that will carry you through a lifetime of personal and professional growth. At Missouri Southern State University, we understand your passion for making a difference. That's why we offer a number of degree options designed to help you reach your goals and beyond. Our fully accredited nursing programs prepare graduates for careers in a variety of healthcare settings. Missouri Southern State University. Join the pride.
The Joplin tornado left the town scarred. Time has passed, but the need for volunteers continues. College students, faculty, and staff are pitching in to help build Joplin's future with Show Me You Care. The statewide program seeks volunteers to come to Joplin to make repairs, help families move, clean up debris, and sort and distribute donated items. Your campus can help. Call AmeriCorps or visit their website. Show Me You Care. Building Joplin's future, campus by campus.
Since 1994, the Joplin area has reached out to provide health care at the community clinic. Thanks to generous donations, grants, and volunteer support, the clinic provides care to people who have no health insurance, Medicaid, Medicare, or access to health care. The clinic serves people throughout the region. Volunteers play key roles in providing that care. Find out how you can help the community clinic continue serving the health care needs of our region. Call the clinic at 624-5500.
If you are an active or retired enlisted member of our nation's armed forces, TRIA, the Retired Enlisted Association, is looking for you. Our mission is to enhance quality of life, protect earned benefits, and continue devotion to God and country. TRIA supports area nonprofit organizations and provides financial assistance to National Guard personnel and their families during deployment. Find out more at our website, trea.org. Join TRIA and help create a better world for our men and women in uniform.
Now welcome back. Here's Andrew Webb and Jessica Duarte with your sports.
Welcome to Sports on MOSO Student News. I'm Andrew Webb.
And I'm new co-sports anchor, Jessica Duarte.
Welcome, Jessica.
Thanks.
This is our second episode in the new school year. We've got a lot to cover today with some Missouri Southern football. We'll also talk about some professional sports teams in Missouri.
The volleyball team is off to a 0-10 start. However, a team member is making quite the comeback from a former injury. MOSO Student News' Kristen Hanna has the story.
Bump, set, spike. The Missouri Southern Lady Lions volleyball team is starting the 2012 season with only one senior to lead the way. Sema Valley, California native Shaquila Bulkey is in her 5th year of school. She spent 2 years at a junior college and has been at Missouri Southern for the past 3. It has not always been the easiest ride. After a torn ACL and meniscus last year, she is coming back with more intensity than ever.
Knee surgery was like the hardest thing to go through because rehab is just like 8 months of, pushing your body to limits that you didn't know. That at one point you haven't walked, like you're learning in physical therapy, you're learning how to walk again, and so you're on crutches for a while, and it's really just, even sometimes, like even now without my brace on, or like I just mentally am like, oh, is my knee gonna stay in place? And so that's part of the reason why I wanted to come back this year. Is I didn't want to just rehab to walk again. I wanted to prove to myself that, I can still go back into college sports and I can still be an athlete and still compete.
Bulkey has always been a hard worker, no matter what the circumstance, so this year should be no different. The first year Bulkey attended Southern in 2010 displayed her true determination and talent. She stepped up as the team's libero and filled the position nicely, averaging over 4 digs per set for the entire season. Bulkey started in all 32 matches and led her team in returns. Along with being a great volleyball player, she is focused on her studies and has a plan for her future.
I'm an environmental health science major with a minor in biology, and I'll have my minor in chem after this extra semester. And I'm looking at going into the U.S. Public Health Services, which is basically an environmental health officer at the federal level, so working with like the EPA or Indian Health Service.
While she overcomes her own obstacles in life, she is still managing to help her younger teammates learn the ropes by being a strong leader and captain.
It's nice to have her back this year, and I think Shaq just has an inner strength, and that comes from the hardships she's went through with some personal issues and some things she's had to face that most kids should never have to face, and she's just really strong, and I think she brings that strength, her inner strength, into the team. She's really good at keeping them going, and she's very mature for her age, so she just brings a lot to the floor as a player and a lot off the court, what she does with the younger players and helping them.
Although she did not always have the same passion for volleyball as she does now, Bulkey found her love for being a team player, and that has driven her ever since.
I did Taekwondo up until I was like 14 years old, and I didn't want anything to do with, I just liked focusing on, you know, the individual. And then I hit volleyball just playing in like a little rec thing, and a coach picked me up and was like, you need to start playing. And I fell in love with like the team sport and just the fact that, you know, if that girl's doing well, we're going to do well. And just being a part of a team was what made me love this sport so much.
And the women's soccer team is 0-5-1. The cross-country team hosted the Southern Stampede last weekend, where the boys took second and the girls took third. Eric Scott finished third overall in the men's race. And now on to football. The Lions took on Northeastern State Riverhawks from Tahlequah, Oklahoma on September 8th. Here, in the first quarter, Kellen Cox caps off a 9-minute 35-second drive with this touchdown to put the Lions up early. Second quarter, Kellen Cox going to fake the handoff to Anthony Thayer as he breaks through the defense.
Houdini is in the house. I mean, how'd he do that?
Yeah, as he's going to take it 70 yards all the way to the 5-yard line. Lions cruising, but Northeastern not out of the game yet. Travis Hurd here with the muffed punt that would lead to a score, 21-14 Lions. In the fourth quarter, Lions threatening again, this time trying to take a 2-touchdown lead. Brian Vincent gets the handoff here, and after a couple of cutbacks is going to take it to the house.
Ball game, right?
Wrong. Ensuing NSU possession, quarterback Johnny Deaton is going to find Jermaine Sherman, and he's going all the way to the end zone, but it just wouldn't be enough as the Lions would go on to win 27-21.
MSSU, of course, is now 3-0 on the year. The St. Louis Cardinals are still sitting in second place in the wild card spot this year, with the Los Angeles Dodgers right on their heels. With not much time left in the season, if the Dodgers don't get on that soon, the Cardinals will be in the playoffs yet again. They have only 9 games left in the season, with 3 games still left with Houston, Washington, and Cincinnati to wrap up the season. The Kansas City Royals will likely finish third in the American League Central Division behind the White Sox and the Tigers, but nonetheless it was a great season for them as they were 6th in the entire MLB in batting average as a team. They've still got 7 games left against Detroit and will play 3 with Cleveland, then that'll be an end to their season. The Kansas City Chiefs have started off to a disappointing season with losses to Atlanta and Buffalo. They are currently 5th in the NFL and rushing in the NFL though. Their next game is in New Orleans, and they've got the San Diego Chargers next week. The St. Louis Rams have looked impressive to start the season, as they only lost by 4 in Detroit. They went on to beat the Washington Redskins, and they've got the Chicago Bears this week, and then we'll play Seattle next week. Well, that'll do it with sports for today. See you in 2 weeks, everybody. I'm Andrew Webb.
And I'm Jessica Duarte.
When we come back, we'll talk to Missouri Southern's Alumni Center about plans for homecoming, so stick around.
Nursing isn't just another occupation. To you, it's an opportunity to help others with skills that will carry you through a lifetime of personal and professional growth. At Missouri Southern State University, we understand your passion for making a difference. That's why we offer a number of degree options designed to help you reach your goals and beyond. Our fully accredited nursing programs prepare graduates for careers in a variety of healthcare settings. Missouri Southern State University. Join the ride.
The Joplin tornado left the town scarred. Time has passed, but the need for volunteers continues. College students, faculty, and staff are pitching in to help build Joplin's future with Show Me You Care. The statewide program seeks volunteers to come to Joplin to make repairs, help families move, clean up debris, and sort and distribute donated items. Your campus can help. Call AmeriCorps or visit their website. Show Me You Care. Building Joplin's future, campus by campus.
Since 1994, the Joplin area has reached out to provide health care at the community clinic. Thanks to generous donations, grants, and volunteer support, the clinic provides care to people who have no health insurance, Medicaid, Medicare, or access to health care. The clinic serves people throughout the region. Volunteers play key roles in providing that care. Find out how you can help the community clinic continue serving the health care needs of our region. Call the clinic at 624-5500.
If you are an active or retired enlisted member of our nation's armed forces, TRIA, the Retired Enlisted Association, is looking for you. Our mission is to enhance quality of life, protect earned benefits, and continue devotion to God and country. TRIA supports area nonprofit organizations and provides financial assistance to National Guard personnel and their families during deployment. Find out more at our website, trea.org. Join TRIA and help create a better world for our men and women in uniform.
Hello, welcome back, and I'm here with Lee Elif Pound, who is the Director of Alumni Relations at the Alumni Association, and she's here to tell us more about homecoming and the alumni events, surrounding homecoming. So, Lee, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having us. It's really a nice opportunity to get a chance to talk about homecoming.
Yeah, for sure. So, what are some of the events that you're planning, and what are you most excited about regarding homecoming?
We're excited that we are having so many events and so many of our alums are able to come back this year. We have several reunion groups. We have the coronation of the homecoming king and queen at noon on Friday at the picnic, and then Friday evening we have the alumni awards reception, followed by Saturday we start off with the awards brunch, and then we have the parade through campus. We have a tailgate at the Ralph L. Gray Alumni Center.
You just keep going, don't you?
We have kickoff at 2, and then we have a reunion dinner for the Chart Inaugural Hall of Fame at 6.
Okay, so what event has been the most fun, if I could use that word, in planning?
Well, and that's a good question because you work in our office, so maybe we should ask you that question. But I think what's really fun is getting to talk to people on the phone when they call to make those reservations and you haven't talked to them in a while, and to hear their connections and how they're excited to come back on campus.
Yeah. All right, and it's the 75th this year, so
it's a very busy year.
Yeah, that encompasses a lot more variables than you're used to. So is it a lot more work planning the 75th homecoming than it is in years past, or?
It is in a different way because we have other events that we're planning throughout the year for the 75th anniversary, and so those are being worked on at the same time that we work on homecoming, so it makes it kind of exciting in our office, really.
Yeah. Well, I know that you guys have some honorees that you guys are really excited about.
We do.
That's kind of surrounding homecoming, and when are they going to be honored, and who are these honorees? And
the honorees are Carol Parker from the class of 1954, and she represents the first 25 years of Missouri Southern. Our second honoree is Michael Moore from the class of 87, and he represents the second 25 years. And the third honoree is Brian Vowles from the class of 92, and he represents the third.
Okay, great.
And then we also have the Lion-Hearted Award, and that goes to Brad Belk. The Lion-Hearted Award goes to someone who's not an alum from Missouri Southern, but just goes above and beyond and has the heart of a lion. Brad has produced our historic video, and he's helping us write the book for the 75th anniversary, so we could think of no one better this year than to recognize than Brad Belk.
And can you explain the 75th anniversary book just really quickly?
Yes, and I hope to be able to come back to talk about that later. It's exciting. We're writing a book of 75 stories of Missouri Southern that you may or may not know. And it's a short story, and it's got neat photos and some neat historic tidbits in it. We're actually going to produce it in the Alumni Association offices, and so we'll be coming back to you later to talk to you about how you can customize that in all sorts of different ways so that you too can be a piece of that book and that history.
And do you have any idea of when that's going to be available?
Our goal is to have it available in January, but we're going to have a party in December to kick it off and explain to everybody how we're doing it. And right now we're in the editing phases, so it's exciting.
And for those of you who don't know, the Alumni Association is involved in a lot more than just planning alumni events and homecoming events. So what other projects do you have going on right now that you guys are kind of working on?
Well, we just had some events in Kansas City with some of our alums, so we traveled to all the areas where we have alumni chapters, Kansas City, Springfield. We're planning one for Northwest Arkansas and one for Tulsa. We're also getting a group together to go when the men's basketball plays an exhibition game at Mizzou. We have Legacy Day, and we have just a variety of events, and we also have a special label wine for the 75th anniversary.
Well, great. Sounds like you guys have a lot of good stuff going on. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
And if you're interested in getting involved with the Alumni Association, you can call or stop by anytime. They're really friendly there, so we suggest you do that. And thank you, Lee, again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Nursing isn't just another occupation. To you, it's an opportunity to help others with skills that will carry you through a lifetime of personal and professional growth. At Missouri Southern State University, we understand your passion for making a difference. That's why we offer a number of degree options designed to help you reach your goals and beyond. Our fully accredited nursing programs prepare graduates for careers in a variety of healthcare settings. Missouri Southern State University. Join the pride.
The Joplin tornado left the town scarred. Time has passed, but the need for volunteers continues. College students, faculty, and staff are pitching in to help build Joplin's future with Show Me You Care. The statewide program seeks volunteers to come to Joplin to make repairs, help families move, clean up debris, and sort and distribute donated items. Your campus can help. Call AmeriCorps or visit their website. Show Me You Care. Building Joplin's future, campus by campus.
Since 1994, the Joplin area has reached out to provide health care at the community clinic. Thanks to generous donations, grants, and volunteer support, the clinic provides care to people who have no health insurance, Medicaid, Medicare, or access to health care. The clinic serves people throughout the region. Volunteers play key roles in providing that care. Find out how you can help the community clinic continue serving the health care needs of our region. Call the clinic at 624-5500.
If you are an active or retired enlisted member of our nation's armed forces, TRIA, the Retired Enlisted Association, is looking for you. Our mission is to enhance quality of life, protect earned benefits, and continue devotion to God and country. TRIA supports area nonprofit organizations and provides financial assistance to National Guard personnel and their families during deployment. Find out more at our website, trea.org. Join TRIA and help create a better world for our men and women in uniform.
And thanks for joining us on MOSO Student News. If you'd like more campus news or sports, pick up a copy of the chart conveniently located around campus, or you can check out thechartonline.com. I'm Kristen Murphy.
I'm Dylan Thompson.
I'm Andrew Webb.
And I'm Jessica Duarte.
Take care, and we'll see you next time.